Before we answer the question, what's a SharePoint team site, let's start with the bigger question. What is a team? In your organization, you probably work with a wide number of people. Some of them are your colleagues, or they may be external partners like vendors. They might be customers. They might be members of a focus group. People in your office, people in different offices. You might work on a global team that has members in different countries. Or you might be in a smaller organization where everyone's in one building, or even on just one floor of a building together. You can belong to many different teams in almost any organization, from formal teams like project teams, or a team that's an entire department, a smaller work group, or even less formal teams. All of the employees who are participating in a particular kind of charity event, or everyone who's been assigned to work on a company event, or people who volunteered to work on a colleague's baby shower. All of these are different teams. And when you have a team that's working together, all of a sudden that team begins to generate artifacts. For example, that team might be creating Excel spreadsheets, or Microsoft Word documents, PowerPoint presentations, PDFs, Access databases, project plans, Visio diagrams, Adobe Acrobat documents. You're going to be taking all of these things and emailing them to each other, so you'll create email documents. And then you'll have inboxes full of documents and folders in your network shares full of documents. And you begin to think, as you're looking for who has the most current version of something that's important, isn't there a better way? If we're a team together, surely there has to be a way that we can support the work of our team by providing a common space for the things that we create together in order to get our job done for the organization. Enter SharePoint team sites. A team site is a private web space. By private, I mean only the folks who have permission to participate are allowed access to the team site. Everyone else in your organization and everyone outside of your organization will not be able to get to your private website. A SharePoint team site provides a container for your team's work so that when you are working together on a project, you can place your shared information into a website reserved for your team. On the other hand, when you're working on some other kinds of documents, you won't save them here because they're not part of your team's work. Team sites provide a collaboration space for team members because a team site also has social networking capability. So this is where you'll go to find out who else is online. You might connect with some of them using other Microsoft products that are available, like Link. Or you might decide that you want to create some kind of conversation in your team site around a particular kind of issue that you're trying to resolve. So a team site provides a space for conversation and collaboration around the documents you create. When I post a document, I don't have to email it to you so that you can edit it. The fact that I put it on the team site means that you can jump right in and do some editing work on the document either before I'm editing it or after I'm finished with it, or even during the same time when I'm editing it. We can edit a document together if we've housed it on a team site. Our team site can also include apps that will help our team stay organized. For example, we can have a timeline. We can have lists of information, perhaps links that we want to investigate, or lists of vendors that we're working with, lists of issues that have come up during our project. We can have document libraries where we store the documents we want to collaborate on. The team site also supports social networking within the team, and it supports reaching out across our team boundary to other people in our organization who might not be members of our team, but who have information that could help us. So we can survey folks outside of our team, or we could set up a box to collect suggestions from people who aren't members of our team. Tell us your new idea, click here, drop it in our SharePoint site. SharePoint allows our team to be able to create automation for workflows. So let's extend that idea of the suggestion box form. But now when someone drops a form in our team site, automatically SharePoint scoops it up, looks at it, and says, oh, this idea needs to go down to the marketing department. And it automates it and sends it on down the line using email. Our entire site structure is secured by permissions. SharePoint's very clear about who's a member of the team and who's not, who owns the site and who doesn't, what role you have in the team, whether you are a contributor or an editor or an owner or a reviewer. And finally, SharePoint is scalable and extendable. It's scalable because as your team grows, you simply add new members to the site. And it's extendable because SharePoint doesn't stop with its out-of-the-box functionality. You can also use other tools like SharePoint Designer or Visual Studio or the built-in tools in SharePoint itself to provide automation, forms, custom libraries, custom lists, and whatever else your team needs to best be able to do its work using SharePoint Online.